It's that season when, like, someone gets engaged. It's that engagement season. He's not yet married. She's not yet married. But when that couple are married, the journey begins. And the journey begins where they become one. The longer they live together, the more they become like each other. Correct? Well, that's the earthly marriage. So think of it in the spiritual sense, the realm. When I got married to Suzanne, I didn't really feel one with her. On the day I said I do, I wasn't done. Right? 30 years later, I feel already that she and I cannot be disconnected. Well, that's the natural. Take it 1 billion times more. Strengthen it. And we cannot really understand it in the spirit, but take it up way higher than the natural realm. And that's what Jesus is talking about. That the day will come, you are going to become so one with Him, you don't understand it now, but you will then. That somebody told me 30 years ago that my wife and I would be so connected, so one. I said, it'll take a miracle. It took a miracle. Because when you live with someone, everything about them starts to rub on you. And everything about you rubs on them. And sometimes you don't like the way it rubs, but it's there. Right? Two lives are becoming one, and there's a struggle. And that's in the natural realm. So salvation is our engagement, if I can say it like that. We make our commitment to become one with Him. But we're not there yet. Where it becomes, where it takes off, where it becomes real, where suddenly it is a part of us, is in that Holy of Holies experience. That's where we cannot get away from Him. I can talk to the Lord in the outer court, but I'm not experiencing anything out there, except I'm praying and I'm making my requests known and I'm struggling and I'm fighting and such things happen in the outer court. But if I don't go any closer, I don't know the glory that's waiting in there. But when I experience that glory, that's what pulls me back. But I got to go through the right process, because there's no shortcuts. So I'll say, all right, I'll gladly go through the struggle, that area of struggle, so I can taste it again. I'll gladly pay the price here so I can enjoy this. And now I get to the deeper realm of prayer, the Holy of Holies, that so overwhelms my soul, it becomes a part of me. And as it becomes a part of me, if I do not experience that every day, I am not myself. Because the peace and the tranquility and the joy and the love and the oneness and the union is only in there. This is where my love gets on fire. This is where I really love Him. This is where He talks to me. This is where He's so real to me. This is where He embraces me and I embrace Him. And I miss Him because I've been there yesterday and I got to go back today. Anybody understands? If you do, put your hands up high. And the more you spend time in the Holy of Holies, the more real He is to you. And it's there that He'll kiss you. Oh, this is glorious. Let Him kiss me with the kisses of His mouth. Now, you begin on this journey in the Holy of Holies where you begin to experience the depth, the height, the incredible... Well, Philippians talks about that, and so does Ephesians. Let me show it to you. Turn to Ephesians chapter 3. This is exactly what Paul was talking about. Verse 16 through 19, he talked about this. So why not just read this and see what I'm talking about? Can we do that? Yeah. You can put it on the screen for me, and I'm going to read it. Verse 16 of Ephesians chapter 3. That he would grant you according to the riches of his glory to be strengthened with might by his Spirit in where? The inner man. That Christ may dwell in your hearts by faith. This is what happens when you get saved now, remember. Being rooted and grounded in love. Keep going, keep going. May be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth, the length, the depth, and the height, and to know the love of Christ which passeth knowledge. Why? That ye might be filled with what? With all the fullness of God. That's what I'm talking about. You begin with Christ living in your hearts by faith, and you end up experiencing the fullness of God. Now that's our destination. To experience the fullness. This is what Let Him Kiss Me is all about. Let Him kiss me with the kiss of His mouth is absolute union. Now, there are two kinds of union with the Lord. One is to feel His presence for moments or hours. And two, to walk in His abiding presence that continues in the midst of any circumstance. There's two types of unions. I can be united with Him in the Holy of Holies, in that blessed time of fellowship. I can be one with Him for moments or hours. But there is a deeper depth that I can practice that presence anywhere I go. That's where we need to go. Like Brother Lawrence, who began to experience the presence of God daily. It is possible to live in that presence 24 hours a day. Think about what kind of life you'll have. Think about the indescribable joy